behind the Twilight Saga.
We know it.
Yeah, and we have it. We have it down.
Exclusive. This is Edition 1901 exclusive.
So before Twilight even began, nobody knew this. Not even Stephenie Meyer knew this.
No.
Jacob and Edward were dating. Yeah.
In love.
Sorry, I choked. And Jacob isn't a werewolf yet, and he has no idea that Edward is a vampire, and Edward has no idea that Jacob's going to soon turn into a werewolf. And so Jacob's clueless, Edward's just hot. And Billy knows that Edward is a vampire, obviously.
So he's like really pissed off.
And so he tells Jacob, but Jacob doesn't believe him, and they get this big, huge fight. And so Jacob doesn't want to leave the house. And Edward, he goes to school and stuff. And that's when Twilight comes in, and Bella comes to town. And that's when Edward falls in love with Bella, and he realizes that he's straight.
Okay.
Now we're going into New Moon after Edward leaves, and Jacob turns into a werewolf. And, Edward comes back and stuff, and that's why werewolves and vampires hate each other.
Because they're just upset that
Edward broke up with Jacob and went straight. Yeah. So then then in Eclipse, Jacob and Bella to get back at Edward to make him jealous. And then in Breaking Dawn, Edward and Bella get married. So they go honeymooning on Isle Esme. And
have a couple drinks. She has Renesmee.
Yeah, and Bella gets pregnant, and Jacob is really mad. And then they come back, and he sees Edward, and he imprints on Edward. But Edward figured it out and pretended that he imprinted on Renesmee so that Bella wouldn't be pissed and leave him. And so Carlisle figures out this whole shenanigans,
and he tells
everybody that Jacob really imprinted on Edward and it's not Renesmee, and because he secretly wants to get it on with Edward.
Yeah, he loves him.
Yeah, so
Edward is just a popular boy.
Yeah, he is.
Man.
Yes. And so Esme runs off in terror because her husband is actually gay. And she runs and meets Sam in the woods, who just broke up with Emily because she ran off with Leah. And then Carlisle and Jacob have an epic battle in which Jacob dies. And Jasper gets kicked out of the family for messing with people's emotions and has illegitimate children with a moose called Vamusin. And Emmett gets married to Sue Clearwater, and Rosalie gets really mad and meets Gandhi, even though he's dead. And
so is she.
Gets married to Gandhi.
Gandhi is a vampire.
Yeah, Gandhi is a vampire. And so they get married, and then Alice is mad because Jasper got kicked out of the family and she can't figure out where he is.
So she goes to the Volturi.
Yeah, she joins the Volturi and beats up Jane, so she wants to marry Alec. Yeah, she wants to marry him. And then Bella is left at the house alone, and everybody has run off together. Edward and Carlisle and Sam and Esme, and everybody's running off to get married. Really awkward people. Anyways, so
Bella runs off to New York.
Yeah, she ran off to New York where she met Mark Cohen, and they raised Renesmee. And then every single person came back for this big family reunion thinger.
Yep.
And they all got really mad at each other and fought each other, and everybody died except for Mark.